Hold on, there we go. Awesome. So I think you can hear me. Okay, Ryan Steinelson here. It is 2:00 on Wednesday, and I am Wednesday what is the date? The 19th of November. I'm really looking forward to talking to you guys today about what we talk about every week, which is Google local service ads and Google business profile optimization. Why would you want to listen to me? I've got over 17 years of experience helping businesses generate pre-qualified, pre-sold leads and hundreds of reviews for the business that I'm a founder of, which is Accelerate Marketing. And I also, our agency has been selected by Google to be a partner specifically for the Google local service ads platform. So you're in good hands. I can point you to our reviews, which I'll be talking about today. One of the things that does help businesses to convert more leads, not necessarily to generate them. It does help in generation as well. It actually does both. It's a lead generation tool and a lead conversion tool. You can go to Accelerate Marketing and type in Accelerate Marketing San Diego. You'll see over 400 reviews there from the past 17 years of helping businesses modify their Google business profile pages and Google local service ads pages. And now we're also helping businesses to convert those leads with conversational AI agents or just artificial intelligence to help businesses answer the phone and take customer service so that they can provide more value for their for their clients and their customers. We have a lot of ways for you to get in touch with us. You can go to our website, which is accelerateyourmarketing.com. It's on the on the screen there. I'd encourage you guys also, if you have any questions, please post them in the comment section wherever you're watching the video, whether that's Facebook or Instagram or YouTube or X. I just post the comment there, whether it's live or on the replay. You can also go to our school community, our free school community at school.com/local lead labs in order to get a lot of really good free information there that will help you grow your business as well. You can also just text us at 619-304-5155. I would encourage you to text the word audit to that number so that you can get a free audit of your your local service ad or Google business profile page. That's done by my assistant Mary and also Roque. They will help you and help you to better understand why you're not getting as many leads as you are from the #1 platform in the world for generating leads for small to medium-sized businesses, which is Google, and specifically Google Business Profile and Google Local Service Ads. So today I'm going to talk to you about a lot of really new things that are happening in the local service ads and Google Business Profile space. I'm going to talk to you also about anything that you want to bring up. I didn't invite you or encourage you to show up on the actual workshop here live. I'm going to put the link here. I'm going to copy it right now and post it to the comments section here. And if you know anybody that does have a small to medium-sized business, then please tell them about our what we have going on here. I mean, that we've got a weekly workshop where we can help them for free. Normally we charge for this type of consulting. This is our way to give back to the businesses, the small to medium-sized businesses that are out there that maybe can't afford this type of service, or even businesses that are just wanting to find out more about their business and how they stack up when people search for them, and how they can optimize that so that more people can find them. So with that said, I'm going to go in and I'm going to share my phone here to talk to you about some of the most recent changes that have happened. If you have any questions, again, please post comments here. We are broadcasting on multiple channels at the same time, and I am going to go, actually, you know what? We are, oh shoot, we're not. I really would like regular tall meeting. One of the things that we're able to do now is we're able to broadcast and stream in vertical as well. So you can actually see things vertically on channels like Instagram that prefer vertical orientation of the video versus the horizontal. So I don't know that we optimize it for that today, but anyway, we'll do that next time. I will, let me see, visual effects, hotkeys, layouts, cropped. Okay, so I'm going to show you my phone here so that you guys can actually see what's going on. Share screen, window. Hold on one second. Turn my phone off so it can show. Okay, so one of the things that it's, as I said, it's November 19th. You can, and I really like this about ChatGPT is it's giving these updates. They call them pulse, which is really great because it's got the thing I like about ChatGPT is that it's got context on me, and they were really before Google started doing it. They really jumped on the horse and really started giving us a lot more context or learning context about us so that it could feed us better information in terms of things that are relevant to the things that we're interested in. Google needs to catch up in that regards, but I will say that Google 3.0 that just came out today or yesterday is pretty impressive. It's as good or better than ChatGPT in terms of what it's able to do for coding and things like that. So I would encourage you as a business owner, if you're not, and the thing I like about it as well is that it can actually finally get access to our Google Documents and Google Meets and all of our content on Google, our Gmail, where where everything that we do is housed, which makes a lot of sense. I don't know why they didn't do it earlier, but it is what it is. So now it's a lot more useful to me. So who knows? I might even switch over to Google at some point versus ChatGPT. But as long as ChatGPT has these these pulse updates, I mean, it's hard to beat these. Even though I do get some assistance, and this is good for you guys that are trying to keep up to date. It's kind of almost like Google Trends. It really is very similar to Google Trends, and very, very specific in terms of your vertical. Once ChatGPT knows what you're trying to do, it knows that I'm focused on local service ads and Google Business Profile and conversational AI. So it feeds me all that information. You can curate it, so you can actually identify, what information you want. So I would encourage you guys to check that out. I think that might just be with the paid version. I don't know, but anyway, Google Guarantee ends. Review shift to GBP. So this is something that, and by the way, I only was getting this. Even though I have some assistance from ChatGPT to help put my workshops together, for whatever reason, it doesn't pull this most relevant information into it. So that's why I like to review this. It does get a little repetitive when it helps me set up for my workshops weekly. So this is why I really like to go over this new information, because this is very new. This actually, like for example, this topic right here, this isn't going to happen until December. So Google Guarantee, we know that Google Guarantee is ending and the reviews shift. So now the reviews are shifting to GBP. The money back guarantee is winding down, and it's going to be wrapping up on December 7th. So the badge and associated money back guarantee will no longer be available. We know that. So the green checkbox is gone. That is now replaced with the blue checkbox. It's Google verified. I think I've talked about this on other meetings or on other workshops. Review management shift for LSA. So starting July 11th, all customer reviews coming in through local service are now managed through the Google Business Profile, which we know. Yeah, so review, workflow, monitoring, ranking, if you'd like. Okay, so that's it. So we know this. I mean, this is basically what's going to happen is I think that pretty much everything is going to be universal. I think Google is going to have to put all of their local service ads people in the same building as their Google Business Profile people, because everything is going to be managed under one roof eventually. It's going to, I mean, it almost has to be, because now when you set up a new Google Business Profile page, from my understanding, you can also set up a Google Local Service Ads page at the same time. So that obviously tells you what's coming down the pike. So next thing that I want to talk about, this is new. So here's plain service name names improved. So on November 5th, report service that Google is testing a new services summary box in the business profiles and review section that highlights service names and sometimes price ranges. For example, great price. So this is really cool. So there's a summary box, and I'm going to show you here so that you can see this is what I'm talking about. This is the kind of the summary of this particular Google Business Profile page. So what they're saying is that that summary box will include information that is from it'll take price ranges if you add those price ranges to your services, and it also pulls information from your reviews as well. And so it says it right here, and reviewer language for service area businesses like ours. This could shift how prospects and customers scan profiles. Instead of just star rating reviews, they'll see a quick services offered and ballpark cost summary. This will strengthen the emphasis and clarity on service names and visibility of pricing in your profile. Because the summary appears to draw from reviewer wording too, it means we need to monitor how people describe the services and pricing in the reviews. I agree. So it matters what people say in the reviews about your services, because that might be brought into to the actual summary. And so just keep that in mind. And that's why these services that you list on your Google Business Profile page is important as well. So you want to list your services on your Google Business Profile page. You definitely want to do that because it will summarize those, and it will give people much more specificity about your business, because it'll take that and it'll take any information in the reviews about that service and put it all together. So if I were you, I'd want to be much more in control of that. So Google ad tightening, phone number compliance. So this is another thing. And this is really for any business that's using a call tracking number. Is starting December 10th, Google Ads is rolling out a new enforcement under its destination requirements policy that could cause ads to be disapproved. A lot of times Google Local Service ads pages are disapproved, and businesses don't know why. This is another reason why it might be happening. Even if the creative is perfect, and if the phone number used has a suspicious history, it might, and you can see in the way it's saying, we will start to update the unacceptable phone number section of the destination requirements policy to include requirements indicating that phone numbers found to be associated with fraudulent activity or with a history of policy violations are unacceptable. So you don't want to be using phone numbers that have a history of that kind of stuff going on. So Google's keeping track of those phone numbers. Google's update explicitly states that phone numbers found to be associated with fraudulent activity are unacceptable. Enforcement begins December 10th. For agencies and local business advertisers, this means that even if your ad copy and landing page are fine, the phone number alone could trigger a disapproval or suspension. Yeah, so I would check those phone numbers, especially if they're call tracking. Really, really important. Because you just don't know where they're at. And there are tools that you can use to clean or scrub the number before you actually use it. I forget, there's one that we were using for a while. And this will also actually improve the percentage of people that actually take your phone calls, because what'll happen is it will get rid of that notification that comes in when you make an outbound call from that number that might be a bad number, and prevent it from saying something like spam phone number on the person's phone that's receiving the phone call. So it's really important that you scrub your numbers, or at least run them through a test to see if they're actually a spam number from somebody else that had it before you. So recent studies show LSA, and if you got any questions, please ask. LSA 2025 benchmarks, LSA versus search ads. This is interesting. And this is something we've known for a long time, that LSA is much cheaper. Local service ads are $60 on average across the board, which is interesting. They looked at all, because you can get a cost per lead number for a vertical that is really expensive, and it's way different from one that's not expensive and very cheap. So, and I thought it was interesting because the search ads, so LSA cost per lead is $60. Search ads cost per lead was $70. Only $10 more, which I thought was really surprising. I think it's more than that. But you can see that there's some, average cost per lead data here for PI, roofing, HVAC, plumbing. PI is way more than that on average. I don't know how they're getting that number. I was in that vertical for years, and it is nowhere close to that maybe it's close to that. But this shows you that Google can charge based on the income that these verticals are making. The average PI case is worth 20 grand. The average roof is worth probably about 15. So very interesting numbers here. So let's go. You guys get the point there. Google Business Profile is giving cost calls, auto apply suggested edits. Okay, so Google is giving suggested edits from users and third party. We know this this has been going on for a long time. Sometimes without you explicitly accepting them, you'll see a blue highlighted fields or updates notice. If you don't override fast, the change can stick and mislead customers. This is something that has been going on for a long time. A lot of agencies actually provide this as a service where they will specifically monitor your Google Business Profile and now your Google Local Service Ads page, because they're connected, for any suggested edits. Because if you don't catch the suggested edit, then those edits could go into effect and really mess up your Google Business Profile page. Incorrect hours or categories hurts visibility and conversion. I 100%. 10-minute monthly audit. Override bad edits immediately. Reconfirm critical data. Scan for stealth flags. Cross-check NAP consistency. Yeah, you can. There are all types of stuff. Set notifications and ownership, verified ownership, minimal managers, watch third-party tools. Oh, there was also something that came up that said recently that if you remove somebody, sometimes that can trigger Google to actually take your Google Business Profile page down. This has been happening recently, so just be aware of that. This obviously, if you've got very few managers, you want to be careful with who you remove. If you've got a lot, I wouldn't be concerned about it. Log a 48-hour SLA to purge bad edits across. Okay, so you get the point there. Voice agents, you're refining this week. Measurement ROI from conversational AI. Oh, this is interesting. So 20-second warm transfer is really important. If you're getting a conversational AI agent from any agency, I would definitely make sure that you have at least a 20, like the warm transfer can happen really quickly. And I'm curious to see what it says here. I didn't read this one yet. Here's a quick, feel invisible and boost trust. One of the things that we do is we have the AI agent summarize what it's learned so far from the person it's been talking to before it transfers the call. So in other words, it takes all the information and regurgitates it to the person that the agent's transferring you to, so that you don't have to repeat yourself as the person calling the business. So that's kind of nice. So if you're calling a business and you get in touch with an AI agent and you tell that AI agent everything that you need to know or what is going on, what the agent's going to do before it transfers you to somebody else in the company is it's going to summarize everything, which is really important. Intent and complexity, pricing exceptions, multi-service, sentiment, silent overlap, caller talks over AI twice. Yeah, you want to avoid as much of that over talk as possible. Okay, account matches. This is the other thing, is you want to make sure that the AI agent has complete context of all prior conversations with that particular person. So make sure the agent has the ability to be able to have a history or to be able to remember, or context, like I was talking about in the beginning of this workshop. The agent needs to be able to have context of prior conversations that it's had with that person. Otherwise, you're just, it's going to feel super. Okay, hold on. Somebody just asked a question. Does Google allow AI to answer calls? Yes, it does. T Cardia, good question. Yeah, so it does. Google does allow AI to answer the calls. It's okay. It's totally. And this is what I'm saying. I mean, are you a business owner or a agency owner? Because Google's totally okay. We know this because we've been doing it thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of times over the past 2 years for businesses, on behalf of businesses. We set up AI agents. That's why I'm able to say all this stuff, to you, that I know works, and if it doesn't work, we've got experience with setting up conversational AI agents, so we know what works and what doesn't work. So, how to hand off frictionless phrasing, pre-transfer prime. So, got it. Let me connect you directly with our local expert to lock this in. I'll brief them so you don't need to repeat yourself. That's good. That's exactly what I'm saying. Hi, Alex. This is Jamie Caller, Jan, and that needs emergency leads. Prefer 8 to 10. Budget, no pet quote, no pets. Our expert is tied up for a moment. If that person's not available, I can book your slot, book you now, or send you our next available pro. What's best? Okay. Yeah, I agree. That's a great way to do it. T Cardi, let me know what other questions you have. Are you, and let me know if you're a business owner or what. And if so, what kind of business? Data, the AI should pass to the rep. I agree. Caller name or phone number, address, zip code, problem summary, preferred time window and constraints, channel, lead score, insurance, routing logic, primary nearest open tech with matching skills, round robin among qualified reps with best recent pickup. Yep, I agree. Next with best recent pickup yep, that's awesome. I really like this. Is a really micro scripts you can drop in today. Escalation of time sensitive. I'm pulling in our call specialist right now. Okay, this is really good. If you're setting up an agent, this is a great way to set one up. Okay. Now 11 Labs has celebrity voices you can use, which is kind of interesting. OpenAI partners with Intuit on AI financing tools. I did want to bring up a couple more here that I did see. This one, Google good news. Google now offers, I've talked to so many businesses over the years about this. Google now offers a dedicated extortion reporting form. This is, believe it or not, we've known for years that there's been these these reviews, these fake reviews. Okay, we understand that. But did you know that the people that are posting those fake reviews are now extorting the businesses to stop posting the fake reviews. So it's really important that you guys understand this. This is really a big shift. It's a change that it just blows me away that this is happening, but it is, and it's something that I think that everybody needs to be aware of. That it's gotten to the point that there's actually extortion happening sometimes. So what the scam looks like, scammers, what happens is scammers flood a business's Google business profile with a wave of 1-star reviews in a short period, usually in order to decrease the rankings for that business. This is usually the reason why they've been doing it. I thought that was the main goal, but now they're just like, all right, we just want to get paid to stop doing it. It's not to hurt the business as much as it is just to get paid. They then contact the business via email, WhatsApp, Telegram, direct message, and demand money, gift cards, or free services in exchange for removing the bad reviews or stopping further attacks. It's effectively extortion. Pay or we'll keep dumping reviews and wreck your rating. So what Google is doing, finally, is Google raised the issue in its latest fraud and scams advisory, acknowledging the rise of negative review extortion and announcing this new report tool for merchants. The new form lets business owners report the profile details plus evidence so Google can investigate and remove violating reviews. Early reports from local SEO watchers show that the form is producing removals of these coordinated fake reviews. That's good. So I thought you guys would, I think that's really, the other thing is, so anyway, so that I wanted you guys to see that. I wanted you to see some of these new things that are happening in the Google business profile space or Google local service ad space. I'm going to keep it a little bit shorter today. I've got some things that are going on, but you can please let us know by commenting if you've got any questions. Before I jump here, I'll answer any questions. Join us anytime on Wednesdays at 2, where we talk about the same topics. It's even better if we have somebody on the call with me, because then I can actually go through your specific business and your specific issues and give you solutions to them. You can look at our reviews. You can go to our Accelerate Marketing Google Business Profile page and see all the 5-star reviews we've got there. I'll actually show you here so you can see. Let me go here so you can see what's going on. I mean, I want you guys to know that, that I have a services-based businesses, my competitor. Oh, here. Thanks, Anthony, for posting this. Snuck in under the gun here. I have a service-based business. My competitor is manipulating search results with 100 locations in 3 states. Wow. I put in a few redressal forms in the past month, but no luck. Any advice? So, are they, I wonder if they're real addresses. Are they a service-based, are they using like addresses for those locations? And you've put in a few redressal forms in the past months, but no luck. So I've talked to many business owners about this type of scenario or others. I mean, it's been really bad. I mean, you've heard some examples that I've given. Okay, so here's the next bit. The competitor is a mobile auto repair company partnered with a nationally recognized quick lube company to use their addresses. Oh, wow. Wow. Nationally recognized quick lube company to use their addresses. That's a really interesting strategy. So they're actually using the addresses of the lube companies in order to optimize their mobile auto repair business. What's interesting is, I mean, okay, so you said, I just received cease and desist from nationally recognized company Friday for asking too many questions. News channels in my area won't respond to me. Oh my gosh. Wow. So that's how did this nationally recognized company? Jeez. Look up brake repair near me in Atlanta and you'll see. All I can say is brake repair. Wow, this is fascinating, Anthony. Brake repair. Same with Dallas and Nashville. Okay. Oh no, see, I can't do that in near me because it's giving me Palm City. So let me just do brake repair Atlanta. Oh, are they doing it with Pep Boys? Brakes to you. You may be able to look up mobile brake repair. I mean, I would love to have you on here if you know, mobile brake repair. Oh, you won't miss it when you see it. It's on maps. Pull up mobile brake. Is this? But it doesn't have, this one doesn't have an address. So here's a summary: mobile brake repair service with certified technicians perform jobs on the site. Is this? I don't know which one this is or if this is it, but you won't miss it when you see it. Okay. It's on maps. Interesting. And by the way, this I don't know if you guys have seen this. Have AI check prices. So this is why I've been saying all along that you definitely want to have a conversational AI agent, because if you click here to have the AI make outbound calls on your behalf as somebody looking for a service, look at this. What auto service do you need? Oil change, wheel alignment, tire rotation. And then it literally will go through and ask you question by question, gives you very specific, like questions so that it can go and ask questions. You're right on it. There's 2 appearing now. Look at more results. Wow. Okay. Yeah. New brakes. Got it. Oh my gosh. And they're paying for reviews. I talk with Google AI as if I'm also a AI robot. I receive at least 2 Google automated calls a day. Whoa. This is the reason why I really think that conversational AI, like, do you have an AI agent answering the phone for you? This is really interesting. You said I talk with Google AI as if I'm an AI robot. I receive at least 2. How do you talk with it as if you're a robot? I can give you a link to jump in the call if you want. But yeah, let me go to more places. Yeah. New brakes right here. Boom. I mean, 1.2 thousand reviews, 1.3 thousand reviews. Wow. Wait, is that the one that you were talking about? Because you were saying, let me see. But you were saying it was a competitor mobile auto repair. Yeah. Yep. That is it. It is mobile auto repair that you were talking about. I'm going to go to the bottom here. New brakes. Wow. So they have 30 locations in Atlanta, 30 in Dallas. Holy shnikes. I mean, how could they do a cease and desist? Like, this is freedom of speech. Like, why, like, how can they stop you from, like, trying to enforce Google's rules? Because the terms of service for Google, very clearly state that you've got to have a real location there. You can't be in one. Here, let's pull this up. I mean, let's go right to the source. If you're a service area business, can you have a, wait, can you share an address with another hold on. Does Google allow you does Google Business Profile allow you to share an address with another business? And I mean, we know the answer to this. So in its terms of service. Yes. Wait. If they're distinct entities with unique names, phone numbers, and separate customer-facing presence, like different entrances. See, that's the other thing. You got to have a different entrance and signage. However, no two businesses with the same primary category at the same address are likely to be allowed, as one listing would likely be filtered out. Two businesses with the same primary category, but they're not the same category. That's why they're getting way. Well, one is lube, which is very similar. That's another thing. Unique business identity. Each business must have a different name, category, and phone number. Separate customer presence. Each business needs its own customer-facing element, such as a separate branded entrance. Do they have a separate branded entrance? Permanent, distinct signage, or a door and a window, a separate area in the building or property. Yeah, no, I don't think there's no way they do. The big company bought out the middle mobile company a few months ago and tell me that's why they use address, but they operate separately. The mobile company just has a sign above the employee entrance. Interesting. So they do have a sign there. They know their stuff. I think they might have found a little bit of a loophole here. Because if they've got a sign and they've got a separate entrance, that might be good enough for Google. Unfortunately, Anthony. The big company just bought them out. And that's a smart acquisition because they're getting a ton of business from this. Unfortunately, I agree with you. This has been fascinating. Really good. I mean, I apologize. You know, I mean, it's too bad that that this is happening to you, Anthony. And I feel for you. I mean, if you can't beat them, join them. I would do your best to try to leverage this in any way that you can. Take a page out of their book. I mean, look at what's working for them. This is a very big lesson for businesses out there. This tactic will definitely overshadow other shops in my area. 100%. They're showing up. And this is also, you said this is in Dallas as well. So wait, what was the search phrase that I used? Hold on. Dallas and Nashville. I'm really curious about this now. Mobile brake repair, Dallas. Oh wait. Oh wait. Like I got to get out of the. Hold on. I got to go to. I'm gonna do a new search here. Mobile. Okay. What's funny is that they're not using local service ads. They kind of don't even need to. They're not even paying for it. Yeah, they're not even running Google local service ads, which could be a unique way for you to, yeah. Oh my gosh, they're getting all this free positioning here, but you can. I mean, you'd have to pay for it, but I would pay to show up in this section. Anthony, are you paying for local service ads, or are you running Google local service ads? I mean, it might be, you might have AI check prices. Here's again checking prices. This is, but here, yeah, 239 reviews. More businesses. I'm kind of curious to see how many there are. One. Yeah, so let me do the Nashville one. I mean, if you got a business, man, this is a great case study. It's a similar business, and they just have somebody that is very smart in their digital marketing, on their digital marketing team, because what they've done is literally just, because what you're saying, the big company bought out the mobile company a few months ago, and tell me that's why they can use the address, but they operate separately. The mobile company just has signage. Wow. Can you tell me who the big company is? I'm really curious. The tactic will definitely overshadow. Yes, I'm in Nashville. If you look them up by name, you'll see the spam of list. What's this? Oh, the new breaks is the spam, obviously. So this is Nashville. Okay, which one are you? Are you showing up here at all, Anthony? Yeah, I mean, and they're ranking number one almost every time. And it sounds like it's happened pretty quickly. I will look them up. Yeah, if you look them up, new breaks, mobile break. So the big company, which I'm assuming is like a lube company, which is, those pretty inexpensive, lube shops. And what they're going after, okay, they're going after, let's see, mobile auto repair. Okay, so it's mobile. It's not just brake repair. It's auto. It's everything. But they're saying brake service. I don't know why they just pigeonholing themselves with just brake service. I wonder. The big company is nationwide. Wow. If you look them up, a name. So let me look them up by name. New brakes. This is a great way to do this. So I'm going to just go to Google and type in new brakes and see all the locations. Wow. Orlando. They're in Orlando too. Uh-oh. Is it? Wait, new brakes. Okay, there's one in, I don't know where this is a service area business. Orlando. Golden Gate, new brake. Oh, this is a new brakes, but they just new brakes. That's interesting. I like the way they did it, Miami, because it's not. Yeah, but why are they just limiting themselves to new brakes if they're doing all kinds of auto repair? Dallas, Nashville, Fort Worth, Atlanta. And they're using the same person with the video here. I'm kind of curious about this. I can't. I don't know if this is a testimonial or what, but it seems like they're. Let me go back. I want to. Yeah, there's a lot of them. I kind of wish I didn't. Okay, wait. Let me see. There we go. Okay. Atlanta, San Antonio. Got it. Yeah, I've seen. There's probably 10 that we saw. Yeah, the big company is nationwide. If you look them up by name, you'll see this. And that's what I did. That's why I did that. You're in Nashville. Okay. Wow. Very interesting. I'm like, yeah, I feel bad for you, but this is for any business owner. This is what I've been saying for years. I mean, I talked about this strategy. This is a strategy that I talked about 4 years ago for local service ads. I talked about this. I told attorneys to just open up new locations. And they did, because the value of their cases were so high. The cases were so valuable to them, 20,000 a piece, and they would get, if they were showing up first in a city, and what they did though is they went to smaller cities. They didn't go to the large cities. But this is what what's interesting about this is they seem to be piggybacking on the business that they're joining. Somehow they've done a really good job of optimization, because they're showing up in these major metropolitan areas for very important keyword searches, very, competitive keyword searches that most people would be, give their front teeth to be in or to show up in. So anyway, I think that, I think this is a very powerful strategy. It's one that I've talked about and endorsed for years. And I many attorneys have done this. To the point that they actually hired a person. The attorney was based out of Atlanta. I'm not going to, name any names, but they hired a person to go and travel to every city and to set up, a location everywhere, set up locations in each city. That they went to. They'd go to a different city every week, and they would find an inexpensive business address, buy a phone number, make sure that everything, met the criteria that you're seeing there, go through the application process with Google, and they successfully set up, I think, 30 or more locations. So, sometimes you just got to play, with the cards that you're dealt with. And if you can't beat them, maybe join them. I mean, I appreciate you joining, Anthony. I would still try to get a hold of somebody at Google. We do meet with, I would text my team. We have a partner, a partner level support person that could, raise this up the flagpole at Google, because we're partners. I would text them here. I'll give you their number again. I gave it in the beginning, but 619-304-5155, Anthony. Text them, ask for Mary, tell her the situation, tell her you saw me on the workshop today, tell her what's going on, and see if the team thinks that there's anything that can be done about this, in terms of reporting it. Yeah, that's what I would do. I don't know. I mean, I would have them run a quick audit. Comments. Here we go. Yeah, absolutely, Anthony. Hey, any way I can help. I'm glad you joined. I mean, thanks for taking the time. You can go to accelerateyourmarketing.com. We've been doing this for 17 years. If anybody can help you, we can. There's only about 40 partners with the local service ads platform, and that does give us access to Google Business Profile as well. And you can join our school community as well. And if you found this valuable today, then leave us a review. You can go to accelerateyourmarketing.com. I'll show you. I was actually going to show you that. Yeah, so you can go to accelerate marketing. This is our business. You can see, where's our reviews? There we go. 390 reviews. Yeah, you can see the new Google verified badge. And you can see other things that people are looking for when they find us. So yeah, and you know, this is where you edit your services. I would definitely optimize your services for your business if you can. Set up as many of them as you can that are specific to your business. And what else? Yeah, it was great having you on, or just, you know, getting the comments in there. Is, you know, I'm always finding, you know, I've been 17 years I've been doing this, and I've you know, I've seen other situations that are even worse than yours, believe it or not. Now, before I wrap it up here, I want to tell you, one of the business owners that he was in a franchise, and it was a locksmith, and he had somebody was getting the leads before him. Another business was, they were showing up before he got there, and they were actually using an invoice that represented themselves as his business. I am not kidding you. So this is how crazy it gets. So I've heard a lot of different scenarios and a lot of different stories. So he had to literally go 007, put glasses on that had a little camera on it, you know, a hidden camera, and he documented all this stuff, and on video, and got the invoices from the people that he met with, and documented all of it and submitted it. And finally, by doing that, they were taken down, the businesses that were competing with him. But this is only after years of him losing hundreds of thousands of dollars in business. So anyway, thanks for joining, guys. That's why we do this, to help you guys get through these situations, because I know it's tough to lose that much business. Let us know if you got any questions. We'll be here next week, and we'll talk to you soon. You can, again, go to our website, or text us, or call us. Thank you. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye. Oh, wait, sorry. Comment. One other comment. That's insane. I know. It was insane. It was definitely insane. So thanks, Anthony. All right. See you guys.